I won't call the loony bin on you just yet. Okay.
Okay.
Are we live? Are we live? Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker.
Chick Picker.
How's everybody doing? Yay, it's Wednesday.
Hey.
Which means absolutely nothing.
Nothing. And
Well, it is hump day, so that's good. That's a good thing. Oh my goodness. I wanted to sleep longer. I was really tempted. But I didn't. I held strong, got up, moving slow. Doing okay, Todd?
yeah, my dogs were poking me in the neck with their paws about 5:20, which
Oh my
is
gosh.
about 10 minutes before Gwen's alarm goes off. So they've got the schedule figured out already, and I'm like, oh, quit it.
Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Hank. Morning, Bridget.
Good morning.
How are you?
Bridget.
How are you?
We've missed you.
Thank you. Feel much better. You don't sound good.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I got a little cough. I'm fine.
Got a fever.
Hi.
Well, there you are.
Hi.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hi.
Brandon's talking to me.
Hi.
It's time to be quiet. This is our time.
I know, right? This is Valerie's time, not your time.
Go get your own YouTube channel.
This is my time. Valerie gets her time all the
She
time.
said, go get your own YouTube channel. Then
She
you
gets
can
her
talk to
own
your
time
wife.
all the time. I get my time whenever I want.
Nope.
How you guys doing?
Good.
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 I'm having dreams about you, Sally.
Oh my goodness.
You had a dream about me?
Yeah, I don't know where I came up with it, but I saw a message from you saying that your work schedule had changed to afternoons, so you wouldn't be in the chat this morning. I don't know where I got that. I went back and looked at the chat with Valerie just a little while ago.
Here.
No, I don't see that. So I guess I'm
Okay.
having dreams about you, Sally.
I guess. What is it?
7 ounces.
Okay. Oh my God. That's pretty damn scary, Todd.
Isn't that weird?
So you're not working afternoons or anything like that.
Not tonight, no.
Okay. Did you say anything like that?
I don't think so.
I remember reading it, so I don't know. Maybe I'll scroll back up in the chat like a month ago and looked at something. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
You know,
that's what I told chat, or I told Todd that maybe you guys have like a secret chat or something, and maybe that's where he got it from.
A secret chat?
Yeah.
No, I think I just invented something in my strange old man mind when I was half asleep this morning.
I think so too.
That could be. Who knows?
Yeah, he does have a strange old man mind, so.
But it's Todd. We'll forgive him.
That's funny.
Mm.
Oh man, this sucks getting old.
So what's going on?
Oh, nothing. I'm just packaging something that I sold last night. Not a big sale or nothing. I just sold some pinochle cards.
Oh, cool. I got your package all packaged up, and it's going out today.
Okay, thank you.
So
Boy.
morning, Glenn. What's going on?
Bridget, shut up.
Somebody sent me something and it's making me laugh.
Hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Need
What's
some
going
damn
on?
ginkgo biloba.
You
I
have no clue.
smell something fishy.
No. Oh, mine has nothing to do with this stuff. I just somebody-
What?
Nothing. Somebody messaged me a message. I'm having my mail picked up now.
Yeah.
Var,
Yes, I started Monday.
that's awesome.
Don't change the subject. I
No,
wanna
no,
know
no, I'm
what's
not.
going
This
on.
is what I was laughing about. And remember my friend Scott that I said he bought like all those Barbies at one time, and he buys all this stuff and then he never gets around to listing it. Well, he's working for the post office. Well, he's working for my local post office.
Oh.
And he said, wait, he goes, "You're CB Vintage Collectibles, right?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "What the hell, making me sort all this shit?" He goes, "I made sure to throw them across the room against the wall first."
Oh my gosh.
That's what I was laughing.
Wow.
I feel so much better.
I've been up since 4. And I went out on my porch to smoke, and I could see a skunk across the street going back and forth across right in front of their house. I watched him go back and forth about 10 times. But I couldn't smell him. That's weird for me, because usually I can smell if they're close to our house.
Yeah.
And I could not smell him. But maybe he wasn't being stinky.
Yeah. That had to have been. I mean, because usually
What piece of toast you want?
it's you can pretty well smell those.
Well, you're used to Brandon, so you probably it's
This
Rico.
is true.
So now, how many pieces of toast you want?
Huh?
How many pieces of toast you want?
Like 10. I'm hungry, but I only want 2.
You want four
I'll take
toast?
2. 10 isn't really realistic.
Oh. So yesterday I was I had told you that I was gonna go to drop off my packages in Hiawatha, and then I was gonna go to the thrift store, and then I was gonna go to Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And so of course I made a side if I am going to a town that has a fast food restaurant, I'm probably going to get some fast food because I don't get it every day.
Right.
So I went to McDonald's, and as I was pulling out of McDonald's, there was a UPS truck. And I was like, oh my God, I got to go drop these packages. I was in the town that I was going to drop them out. I was so excited. I was like so excited because I could just drop them off there, you know. I didn't have to get out of the car, you know, get the packages, take them into the store, go through all that hoopla. You know, I could just take them to him.
Oh, he
And
was just going to take them?
yeah,
Oh.
because if you find a UPS driver, normally they'll just take the packages.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
UPS, not USPS.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, you just have one day. Our UPS store was closed, and I hunted one down.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, but yeah, I was so excited that I went. I felt bad though because like I walked up on him and he had a mouthful of food,
Oh God.
and he's like, yeah, just put him on the step, and I was like, okay, and I did it, and that
A
was
done deal, huh?
that.
Mhm.
So I was just excited that I didn't have to go
Oh
to
yeah,
the
I
store
love
and
it when
drop
I
him off.
see them out and about, and I just bring
I
them
don't know what that is, what there is about that, but I don't know why I would be excited about it, but I was. So
Little
um,
things.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then yeah, I went to the thrift store. Didn't really find anything. I found some things that I could send into Amazon at the thrift store, probably like 3 or 4 things.
Wow.
Um, and then when I went to Walmart, the heavens opened up, and
That's good.
I have another 20 items going in.
That's great.
Awesome.
Yep. Because you're
So,
getting right in time with fourth quarter, so get them all and get everything in that you can.
yeah.
That's
You
good.
found more things at Walmart then?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they had some pretty good clearance stuff going out. So,
Man, I
yeah.
haven't been to Walmart in forever.
Yeah, found some good stuff. So,
I just
I
sold a Halloween pumpkin, so if you got anything Halloweeny,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
get it listed. It's selling right now.
I listed a bunch of I had a bunch of Halloween ornaments that I got from that one auction, and they're selling like crazy.
Are they?
Yes, even on Poshmark, they're selling good.
Woohoo.
Hmm.
So, I think my eBay store has died.
Oh. You know, mine was yesterday. I had all day $50 worth of sales
Wow.
all day. So about 5 o'clock, I'm like, screw it. I'm starting a promotion. So I did a 3% promoted listings, and then I did a 7% off sale.
Hmm.
And my sales shot up between 5 o'clock and when I went to bed. I had $300 worth of sales,
Wow. Wow.
and that had to be just from doing the promoted and the sale.
Yeah.
I mean, they shot up like crazy because it was so dead yesterday.
Yeah.
And when it's dead, that's usually what I do is I'll just start a promoted listings and a sale.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but hopefully today
I
will
got
be.
35 orders going out today.
Holy,
Wow.
are you serious?
That's
Really?
awesome.
You're gonna have to get
Yeah,
you a.
Good job.
Oh, it's
Dad.
all those newspapers.
yeah. The Saturday Evening Post.
Yeah.
Instead of doing a bulk listing, he just started sending me offers for individual ones, and he bought them all.
Wow.
How many
So
were there?
There were like 30.
Wow.
So he paid over $600, including shipping, to get them.
That's awesome.
wow.
Holy cow, Todd.
That's awesome. Very
How
good.
much did you pay for those?
It's like 630, 50, something like that.
How much did you pay?
I paid $60 for 55 of them.
Oh my gosh, what a deal.
So I had already sold about 20 of them.
Hmm.
And then this guy bought the last 30 of them.
I just pass those things up. Like, I don't ever think about them.
Well, these were valuable because they're just almost 100 years old.
Right.
Right.
They were like some of them as far back as 1921.
Wow.
So
Where'd you find those? At a rummage sale?
no, they were at a garage sale
Wow.
Cool.
in
That
the
sounds
big
good.
town. I was garage selling about 6 weeks ago, and this lady had them laid out on a great big table, and she was asking $3 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "How much for all of them?" She said 75. I said, "Well, I could do 50." She said, "The lowest I'll go is 60." Okay, I'll take them.
Wow. Good job, Todd.
Yeah, you made bank on that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I made probably close to $800 on those.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Showing us up again.
Mm.
Oh, I think it's cool.
Were they like in mint condition or did they have some issues?
No, they are age worn.
I'm gonna go.
Huh.
And
Do you mind if I go look at your listings?
no, I don't care.
Thanks. I'm
I
already.
don't have any more left.
Well, no, I'm just looking to see what they look like.
Oh, I'll screen share. Hang on.
Oh, God.
I'm already on your store, but go ahead.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
You guys make up your minds. What you're
Here we go.
Yeah, these are the ones like these from the 20s. I just pass them up all the time. I'm gonna start buying this shit.
doing.
Yeah.
Man,
Better just you just.
I mean, if you go like World War II years and earlier, that's probably got some value there.
Yeah.
Liz wants to see a screen share.
Oh my God. Okay.
you
Now
start.
you know that you wanted to do that anyway.
I know.
Oh,
So stop.
Okay, let's see here. Here now.
Still cooking. Still cooking. I don't have to wait.
Share. Are we there yet?
Nope.
Are we there yet?
Nope.
Yep.
No.
Well, now it's a white screen.
What?
Now you're being gargly again.
Oh, your internet is unstable. Well,
Uh-oh.
that matches my brain.
I can see it.
You can see it now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it does have some. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's edgeware. Some of them have mouse chews on edges.
Oh my gosh, you killed it with that.
No, they are not pristine.
Good job, Todd. So how many did he buy? 20, you said?
30.
30. Wow.
See, look, the corners are all jinky and there's humidity stains on them.
Wow.
Is there any mustard on it?
Probably some mustard mixed in there. On the Saturday night. Saturday night. I keep on calling them Saturday Night Live magazines. They're a pretty girl there.
Oh my God.
Oh, they're
That's
pretty
really
much
cool.
all 1920s. There's a guy dressed up for Valentine's. Your man. Valentine's. That one was a little more beat up, so I was only asking $17.96.
Well, I'm impressed there, Todd. You did a great job. I don't know why I should be. You always kill it when you buy stuff.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I've got 1,200 items in my store, and 1,000 of them aren't selling.
Oh, stop.
They will though.
Yeah, you're fine. And you know what? Gwen's just now saying, woohoo, another vacation, baby.
No, she's like, well, what are we going to spend that money on? I show her the amount we owe on our credit card.
Yeah, that'll do it.
He's like, oh,
Close down the
wow.
plans for spending the money somewhere else.
Well, you got a wedding to pay for, so.
Yeah, and I'm probably going to be into a wedding for about 15 grand.
Wait,
Oh
you
my
don't have a daughter?
No, but there's quite a bit that the guy's supposed to pay, guy's family's supposed to pay for. Like the guy's family's supposed to pay for the rehearsal dinner and
Burger King.
yeah. Okay.
There you go. I'm sure that'll go over like
Just say barbecue at my house. And
there
then
you go.
grill stuff, Todd. Hamburgers, hot dogs.
Yeah, why not?
No, Todd's fancy schmancy. He's got to have the best of everything.
Oh, I do appreciate nice things, but I don't hardly ever buy them because I'm too cheap.
Right.
Mr. Sadie said Todd really backed ass backwards into something, didn't he? Nice sales, buddy.
Thanks, Glenn. Yeah, I mean, did I know that I would sell all those for 10 times the money? No. Sometimes I just buy stuff and I don't even know what I'm doing.
Those are usually the best things. Is when you just wing it and you're like, all right.
That's awesome. I mean, you just list them and
Yeah.
hope that somebody bites, you know? Hope that somebody's looking for that.
Hey, Todd, have you ever heard of a West Clock Scotty? I don't have it with me, but
A clock? Yeah.
it's West Clocks and it's Scotty.
Yeah.
And it's on a magnet.
On a magnet.
Yeah. Pretty neat. I was asking for you yesterday in chat, but you never answered, so the hell with you.
Oh. Okay. I was busy packing magazines. That box weighs 45 pounds.
Oh,
I
my
bet.
gosh. Is that going to cost you an arm and a leg to ship?
I went ahead and put media mail on it because even though it's got advertising, it's 100 years old. So
I'm not saying nothing.
There am I.
Nope.
Way to go, buddy.
I have no room to talk.
but yeah, it was still like 45 bucks.
Yeah.
About
I probably
$1.
would have done the same thing.
I just figured.
Not saying that it's the right thing to do.
Well, these are more like historical documents. You couldn't
Right.
take any one of those ads and buy something. Like, none of that stuff is being sold anymore.
Yep. Yeah,
You can't buy a 1925 Nash anymore. They don't make them.
I think you did the right thing.
Todd, I sent you a picture of that clock or watch or whatever the heck it is.
Oh, it's a watch?
Yeah, and when you do that, you just, you're taking responsibility for it,
It looks like a pocket watch on a magnet.
Pocket watch.
Oh my God.
Oh.
What, Sally?
Nothing.
What?
All right. All right. Oh boy.
Nothing.
Something.
Nothing.
I've never seen one like that, Bridget.
I guess it was for a dash of a car, like back in the day, I don't know.
Yeah.
Were dashes could you put a magnet on a dash?
Yeah, I mean, there's metal on a dash. Some dash,
Yeah, they were all made out of metal.
Oh, okay. Well, I have it listed for.
Oh, that's your.
I think I have it listed for like 75 or something like that, or maybe 80. I don't
This
remember.
one says 69.
I can't understand what you're saying.
My internet.
Oh, and I wound it, and then I set the time, and I waited for like 5 hours, and it was perfect time.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And I just looked at it again, and it's still good time. So.
Yay.
They're all over the place on sales. From $20 to $80.
Yeah, I just put it high and then figured we'll see what happens,
Yeah.
Oh, and I found all the other pocket watches I bought. I think most of them. Maybe not.
Oh, so this was a pocket watch you're talking about?
Well, yeah, it's a pocket watch, but it was on a God.
Gosh.
Sorry.
It's a pocket watch, but it's on a hang on, I'll send you a picture.
It looks like you can take it off the magnet and use it for a pocket watch.
That's interesting.
I have some
Looks like
scary ghost thing dancing behind me.
Yep.
Very scary.
Scared me. Morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Morning, Tom.
Good morning, Bridget.
Hi, Tom.
Good morning, Sally.
Carol.
Hey, you fixed your hair today.
Hi, Tom.
Good morning, Todd.
Dang, your hair looks awesome this morning.
Well,
Yeah, it
thank
does.
Who you
Look very spry.
Would you get that pregnant woman from behind you, Sally?
Wow, did you get a haircut?
Who?
You.
I got one before I went on the cruise.
What'd you do? You just look so like alive and
Yeah.
nice and dapper and
Yeah.
What do you want, Bridget?
nothing you do though. You look different. Doesn't he look different?
Yeah.
I'm just happy.
You're looking good.
I'm
Good.
a happy fat man. That's,
You're looking good.
Your crackers.
Bridget, how many you got going out today?
250 or something.
Well, I'm not sure since I wake up and they're all packed and out on the deck ready for the post guy now.
Oh my gosh.
He does them at night now, so they're all ready.
Oh, that's perfect.
So I go to bed and I have a whole pile in his he has like I have a plastic bin that everything goes in.
Mhm.
He knows that's his bin. And then when I wake up in the morning, they're all done.
Wow.
It's like Santa Claus came.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I have, from what he did last night to this morning, I think I have like 15 to do.
Good. That's awesome.
That's great.
I'm just excited I can get him picked up.
I got the big goose egg
Oh,
today. Yeah, the big goose egg today.
What the hell is going on with your store?
I don't know. It's on crack.
Have you ended and relisted?
Ended and relisted.
Like,
Mhm.
has, you know,
I've done a few. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been doing. I don't know what's going on with it. I did make the transition. When did I do that? Monday. Went down to premium store. Dun dun dun. But that shouldn't actually go into effect until September 1st. So.
Right, because you're still Anchor.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So.
Well, what do you think? How have your sales been since they went to the mandatory good till cancel thing?
They've been fine.
Mine are fine.
Yours are always fine, Bridget. You don't count.
Oh, sorry. Geez.
No, but I mean, it didn't really seem to make that big of a difference.
Sorry.
So,
I'm it's like having one of my teenagers walking through the house. So what's the big deal?
or a dog barking, or
Yeah, it's just your husband.
I know, right?
Good morning, Julie.
That's my attitude from now on. Is it just don't really matter.
Hi, Julie.
Well,
Excuse me.
Burp and taste it.
Orange juice.
oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm. It doesn't help when like I'm out and about and I'm doing things, and like I had a phone call yesterday afternoon after I got home, and so that really kind of got in the way of of doing a lot of listing, and I did get some listing done, but it wasn't until late. So yeah, I gotta make up for it.
Yeah.
No.
It's just something I think everybody goes through it. I think it's kind of like a wave of
Distractions.
well, I mean, you get I think a lot of it has to do with the servers that everybody's on a different server, and I think you might get a lot of sales one week, and then
Dead the next.
and then somebody else doesn't get any sales.
Well, it just seems like, and I'm not beating up Bridget here, but Bridget seems to have consistent good sales all the time.
No. Did you
Well,
not
you seem
hear
like you do.
Did you not hear what I said yesterday or about yesterday?
No, I did not.
I went all day with $50 worth of sales.
Oh,
And then
I told you to go away.
Just gotta climb up your face.
he wants to hear what I say.
I want to hear what you said. You had $50 in sales.
So then what I did is I went in and I ran a promoted listing at 3% and a sale. I marked everything down 7%.
Uh-huh.
And I had an extra like $300 worth of sales or something like that.
Okay.
So I don't have consistent sales. I got to work them sometimes.
Yeah.
My point I was going to get to was that she is always listing and she's always tweaking and
Hmm.
promoting and selling. She's constantly working her business.
Hmm.
And
Everybody else.
I don't do that. And I think the month of September is going to do it the Bridget Baker way.
Yeah, well, be careful. Make sure you take your vitamin D like you're supposed to. All your vitamins, or you're gonna end up like I was. The past freaking 3 days.
Wow.
Is that what you need to do? Is take some vitamin D?
Yep.
Well, somebody wasn't forthcoming with that kind, but no, the doctor gave me a shot of vitamin D yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And I will tell you what, within probably 2 hours, I wasn't achy anymore. I wasn't tired anymore. I was fine. So I have to take 2 vitamin D pills a day now instead of 1. I just don't go outside that much when I'm listing all that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you need to start, maybe going outside like you used to.
Right, and list out there.
List outside, because I think that makes a big difference for you.
Somebody wants to see a kitty butt, okay?
A what?
Good job, Hank.
Well, you're about to run out of sunlight or warm weather because now it's going to be getting cold and you're not going to want to sit out on the porch.
Yeah, I know.
But you got to be a top-notch sports athlete performance before November.
Why?
In November, when you going to Disneyland?
December.
Okay, December. You need to
believe me, I don't have a problem walking around those places.
No, you're on vacation.
Well, you got to be at you got to be performance level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we are taking the weekend off. We're going Saturday. We're going to an auction because Chris has Monday off. So Saturday we're going to an auction, and then we're just gonna spend the night up there. And Sunday we're going to the New York State Fair all day, and then I don't know what we're gonna do Monday, but we're coming home Monday evening. So
yeah, good.
So absolutely no listing for the whole weekend. That's my goal.
That's
well, you've
awesome.
listed 400 already this week, so I think you've got a good listing going there.
Yeah, well, the problem is I have like 2,000 more to list.
Well, on Tuesday morning, get back on it.
Yeah. Liz says that she has added free shipping, which she's always hated, to most of my lightweight and padded flat rate stuff. I think that's helped.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to order some padded.
Yeah, so it helps for one person isn't going to help. You know what I mean? Like everybody's different it's all different. It's
right.
Because I've done that before. I've switched to free shipping and haven't gotten, and my sales didn't show any difference.
Yeah.
So that's that, but
I think you always have to be, tweaking something, not really tweaking it, but just trying different things, The number one, you don't want to be like almost like in a desperate move, changing everything in your store, changing your whole business model and all, you don't want to do that too often, because I do think that too many changes can actually affect your sales also in a bad way. Because you're kind of like, it takes the system a little bit of time to to catch up, and I think that can definitely affect your sales.
Excuse me just a second. Todd, what is that on your desk?
It says headphones.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep, that's what it is.
Okay, I'm sorry. Continue on.
What'd you think it was?
Well, it sort of looked like a vibrator for this.
That's what I thought you thought it was.
And I'm like, so you found some of those in your storage locker, did you? I'm sorry. Continue
Oh.
on with your line of discussion.
It's over. I'm done. Yeah. Karen says my street is surrounded by young families. We're the only ones home right now. Everyone is away on vacation. The week before school starts, eBay will pick up next week when families are home in routine. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Frankie. She said, good start to the day. Just sold 6 photos for $20. There you go. That's the thing is you just got to figure out what works for you. And it may be, and that can change from week to week, day to day. You just kind of have to, figure out. I know what works for me, and what works for me is listing.
Mhm.
And sometimes I don't do that as often as I should. So, I mean, I can blame it on eBay, but it's ultimately my fault. It's just the way it goes. There's not enough daylight to get everything done. So, just got to get back on the wagon. Get to listing. It's not like I'm lacking anything to list.
Mhm.
So, just getting her done. I've got about a little bit over 2 months to go before I head out, and so I've got some goals that I need to
Now, when are you
reach
going to be
before
in
then.
California? When are you going to be in California?
I'll be there. Well, I don't have a specific date that they're doing the C-section yet, but it's probably going to be the second week of November, and then I'll probably be there till the end of November, so about 3 weeks,
Oh,
and then I'll leave and head to North. Well, no, I'll head home. I'll be home for about 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, and then I'll head to North Carolina until the beginning of the year. So, but I don't want to stay gone that long, like I was before. That was hard. I think it was hard on everybody else, and it was kind of hard on me too,
it was terrible for us.
and hard on the dogs,
Yeah, it was hard on us too.
So I'm gonna and that way I can come home. I can get my shipping done, kind of get things settled at home, and then take off again. So kind of the plan. And that'll be here before you know it. So
Yep, it will be.
yeah.
I mean, Christmas is coming at us like a damn.
Oh my gosh.
Right,
It
right.
always gets like so much quicker. Every year it's like, one day it's January and the next time you turn around it's freaking December already.
You know why that happens?
No.
Because you're getting older.
No. I
Mm.
refuse.
You're getting closer to the center of your LP.
That's a good way to look at it. I've never heard that one before. Oh, thanks, Joanna. Carol says, I told you we weren't allowing those long vacations anymore.
Oh,
We had
God.
We had a
She's
meeting
been
about it.
cut back to 5 weeks. She can't do these 25-week ones anymore. It just about killed me and Sally.
What did you say? Center of your what?
Center of your LP. When you have a LP, a record on a turntable, when it's out of the outside, it moves slowly. But as it gets closer to the center of the album, you can watch the needle move across the the LP.
Huh. I never knew that.
So anyway,
That's
Deb, if you're in the chat and I don't see you anywhere, oh, there you are. No, that's Swamp Picker. Sorry. Oh, there's Swag Maven. That's a t-shirt. You're not getting older. Your needle is getting closer to the center of your LP.
There
I
you
know.
go.
Good. Liz says Valerie thought she was a Congress member with that last vacay.
Yeah, I know.
Morning, Jody.
Every morning the show was started out with, my God, when does she come back?
Oh my God, Tom could never remember the goddamn date.
Oh, but
And it's not my show, it's not my channel, but if any of the regulars that are trying to build their time up
mhm.
wants to, while you're going on vacation, if they want to host a morning show, you know,
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. If you don't have any problem with that,
No.
to help
no,
build
not
up their
at all.
time.
Yeah.
Because I know
mean, that's-
Sally's got like a bazillion hours in hers.
That's Sally needs more hours.
Oh, does she?
Sally needs more hours on her channel.
I thought
I
I
thought she
thought-
had hours, no?
I thought she had,
I don't think she has enough.
I have enough hours.
Do you?
Yes, I need subscribers.
you know what? You need to have a long talk with your hubby, and at night he needs to hang out with me, and we'll hit all these shows and we'll see if we can't build your subscribers up.
All right. It's on.
I didn't know that you had enough hours to get
Yeah.
monetized. So okay.
I have enough hours.
Okay.
No, Liz, this is not a table runner.
It's a tablecloth.
No. This is an actual blankie.
Oh.
That's what Hank said too. That's a tablecloth. Looks bigger.
There's a couple of guys that I've started following that's they're Disney people, and they were in Shanghai. They went to Disney Shanghai, and they have these runner things across the foot of the bed with all the Disney characters.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them says, "I'm gonna take that home," and the other one says, "Yeah, and it'll probably cost you more than this trip."
Yeah.
Telling you, that's what Sally had around her neck the other day.
It's not a table runner though.
No, it was a bed runner.
They're talking about this.
Yeah.
This thing. It's a scarf.
Okay. That's right, Hank. Oh God, she's gonna go show it again. It's a scarf.
And you just watch. I'm gonna be wearing this like all winter.
I don't doubt it.
Like even to work and stuff. So
Oh yeah. Oh. Look at Tom.
I got my shawl on.
mm.
That thing-
Yeah, that's like a scarf.
that's a wrap, like a beach wrap.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Babushka's back.
Nah.
Oh, bum crack picker. He's late. We're gonna have to dock your pay.
Wait.
I have to go in and if I don't see videos pop up from people that I know do videos on a regular basis, I have to go in and check and make sure I'm subscribed to them. Still
Yeah.
subscribed to them.
Yep.
I wish there was a way you could go in, you could go in and create a playlist and only, well, I guess you could, but like only new, like, Bridget's got a new video up I haven't seen. Tara, I think's got one up I haven't seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could shuffle them all down. You could like click on them and tell it to make it put it in a playlist, and so you could just turn them on and just let them play through one after the other.
Yeah.
I did that with Todd's one time just so I could give him the watch hours. All day long, his videos played in the background.
Todd,
Yeah,
you need
I mean,
watch hours. You can have them. You can have some days in November.
We'll schedule you in.
Yeah, we're gonna schedule you in.
Yeah, I mean that's one way to do it, definitely.
Mind you, I don't know. I think I got like $1.65 in my YouTube account right now. $1.65. I can't even buy a Starbucks with that.
Can't even buy a quarter of a Starbucks with that.
Can't even buy a what?
Quarter of a Starbucks.
Oh, I know.
Unless you want an espresso shot.
It's for the fun, though.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, definitely not for the money.
No, if you're going to do it for the money, then you don't got time for nothing else except making videos and editing videos. What?
Doing all your clickbait titles and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a group that I watch called Hat Films out of England, and they're trying to get 1 million. They're trying to get 1 million subscribers, and they're like 600,000 or something of that sort. But they have to turn. I mean, they're turning videos every day, and they've got people that actually edits all their videos and stuff like that to support that that operation.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's what you would definitely have to have. You would have to have a whole you'd have to have helpers, to help you get that done.
I mean, just about all of them do. They have editors or somebody to do their videos.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have done a haul video, but I didn't. I need to do more of those. I need to do more haul videos and stuff, but I don't know, when I get them home, I just, I want to get them up and on, so most times I don't have a chance to really do that.
You need your camera, one of those cameras that straps onto your head, so when you're doing your shopping, you can record as you go.
Oh gosh, I think I would make people dizzy because I am like, I'll go from one end of the store to the other end of the store, back to the same place that I started. I'm all over the place. And it's not a big store to begin with, but yeah, I don't know.
So have you got everything kind of in order, or started getting things in order? So if Julie decides to go have this baby early, you can jump on a plane and go, or is her scheduled?
Well, she's having a C-section.
Right.
But I mean, there is that possibility that, she could go into labor, but I still believe that if she went into labor, I think they would take her in to have a C-section anyway.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have anything like, planned out. If that happens, I'll just have to Figure it out.
So if she's
I
in
mean-
the chat, then she just needs to make sure she doesn't screw up your plan.
Well, with my oldest daughter, Tina, and the twins, I mean, they didn't plan on taking the babies. I think she was still going to have a C-section, but hers was like an emergency C-section also. But she didn't plan on, that wasn't the day that she was planning on having the babies. She thought she had another couple of weeks.
Oh, no.
And so I couldn't even be there when the babies, were born. I had to come in the next day, which sucked. But, I could only do what I could do. and basically, and at that time I was working, so I basically let my employer know, hey, this is what's going on. I got to leave. And, he handled it. So.
Right. Now, did you work in a clinic?
I worked for Apria Healthcare.
Okay.
And they do like a lot of like oxygen, CPAPs, BiPAPs.
Yeah.
And all that
Back
kind of
up.
stuff.
What's a BiPAP?
It's just a different kind of CPAP. It's a little more, has a little more pressure.
Okay.
Not much difference in a CPAP.
Was that when Mike was trying to take over and do your shipping for you?
I think so. Yeah, that was crazy. Because I didn't put my store on vacation, and yeah, he was not happy. I wasn't happy because he was calling me, and then he'd get mad at me because he couldn't, he wasn't very computer inclined, and so yeah, it was a train wreck. It's just a train. And I told him after that, I was like, okay, we're done with that. I'll just put it on vacation. Everybody, we good.
Well, you're just gonna have to see if you can find you one of those little shipping elves like Bridget's got now that ships and packs in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Well, the way it's going right now, I don't need one right this moment. So.
Todrick, are you going to see your girlfriend this week?
He's sleeping.
His
No,
name
I
is
just-
Toddles. He answers to Toddles.
You're muted. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, which girlfriend, Tom? I've got a whole harem.
Okay, the one that you fight with all the time at the thrift store, the
Which?
the
Right,
witch.
Yeah,
lady.
I might pop in there to see her little bobby pins coming out of her hair like Hilda.
See what all you can't buy.
Yep.
Be careful now if she starts drinking water that she don't just start bursting into flames and melt.
I know.
I would laugh my butt off if Todd said, "Wait a minute, watch out for that water. You might melt."
That's right. I'm melting. What a world. What a world. I have three favorite lines out of that movie. One is the smell of sulfur. I'm gonna get you and your little dog too. And I'm melting. What a world. What a world.
Yep. Tina was saying that there's some kind of Oz, Welcome to Oz or something that's in there. It's in North Carolina.
The Land of Oz.
The Land of Oz.
Yeah, it's up on the top of Beach Mountain. It was an
Okay.
amusement park.
Okay. But I guess it's only open like a few days out of the year.
Yeah, because it went bankrupt.
Okay.
70s when a lot of stuff went bankrupt during the 70s when you couldn't get there was all these lines for getting gas and whatnot, so people just didn't travel.
Yeah.
And so it was not a real, I mean, they didn't have roller coasters or anything like that. I don't remember a roller coaster, but it basically told the story of Dorothy and visiting the Land of Oz. It's cute.
Yeah. She's always wanted to take me up there, but usually when I'm up there, it's usually not open. So
Right. Yeah, it's like in spring and the fall, I think it is.
Yeah.
Because during the winter months, it's the ski slopes are open.
What? Skiing in North Carolina?
Yeah, baby. It's some of the finest ice skiing that you can find in the world. They make a lot of
ice.
They make a lot of powder on those at Beach Mountain, Sugar Mountain.
Oh yeah.
So it's snow.
Yeah.
It's manufactured snow.
Yeah. They have the big machines that are blasted out. Yeah, because by about 9 o'clock in the evening, it's nothing but a big old sheet of ice out there.
Wow.
But really, not too far up the road in West Virginia is a really nice ski resort up there.
Julie says, "What's the plan? I'm lost." Oh, you can't make no plans for that. It's just, I mean, once I have a date, then that's what I'll know that, that's when I, probably go a couple of days early before she goes into the hospital. And then, that's the plan right there.
Good morning, Rita. Well, it'll give you a chance to see the kids again.
Oh, yeah.
And because if you're away from them too long, they'll get to that age now where they're going to not forget you, but miss out on some, memories and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay, she's going to the doctor on the 4th, and she'll let me know. Yeah, that's fine. We've got 2 months, so there's plenty of time to, to be able to get a ticket and everything. So it's all good.
It'll be cool.
Well, that's one thing I've asked Julie if I could be in the actual operating room when they're doing the C-section, because I've never seen one of my any of my grandchildren actually born.
There's a lot of people that has never seen their children born. And if we would have had biological children, I would not want to be in the delivery room.
But I mean, I don't know if that I guess she asked the doctor, and the doctor said that she would she'd have to ask the anesthesiologist, which I understand. If sometimes those C-section rooms, there's just not a whole lot of room in them to move around, and of course I don't want to get in anybody's way, so I completely understand if I can't. Carol, okay, Julie, we'll let you know how long we'll allow your mom to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A friend of mine years and years ago, his first child was being born, and he went into the delivery room with his wife, and the baby's head, the top of his head popped out, and he went down.
Mhm.
He caught the corner of the table on his way down, and they ended up having to have 14 stitches. So he was down the hallway from his wife because they had to keep him up for observation, make sure he didn't have a concussion.
Don't look over the curtain. I've seen hundreds of C-sections. I know all about that. That's not gonna do anything to me.
Nah, we're not
But
gonna say we did.
but I will, that's one thing I don't tell, like, medical. If I'm at the hospital, I don't tell people that I'm, I used to be a respiratory therapist or anything like that, because that just makes people on edge.
Stop it.
And they can't really do their
You wanna
job.
pull it. It's like I tell what I had to take Vanya to the doctor because he had an ear infection, and I said, when you go in there, you shut the hell up. You're not a doctor.
Mhm.
You've got a biology degree and you're working on your medical lab scientist certification. You're not a doctor. Shut up and let him diagnose you.
Yeah.
Because I've gone in to see like an urgent care and saw a PA, and it's like, well, what do you think it is?
Mhm.
And
Let me go. I'll hang on. I'll be right back. And then they go and look on Google.
yeah, let me go look on Google and see what it is. You know what?
Like,
I'm not a Dr. Joanna. I see no, and I know it's special and it's sweet and all this kind of stuff. I do not want to watch a C-section. I don't even watch C-sections on TV. I don't even watch Dr. Pimple Popper because that just freaks my shit out.
yeah, I
mean,
agree. I can't. I don't like to watch that.
I don't do any kind of and Roberta can sit down, her and these boys can sit down and watch open heart surgery going on TV, and I'm like, I'm gonna go see if I got some friends on YouTube I can go talk to. Either that or we might be making a trip to the emergency room. I don't do that kind of stuff good. Now, Roberta stuck her knife in her wrist when she was emptying the dishwasher, and I was cool. I'm like, put pressure on it. Took her to the emergency room. I was cool. I was in the shower when she did it, so I went into the daggum ER in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and flip flops, soaking wet.
Yeah.
And I was cool. No problem.
Good.
But I don't, and that's because I guess the adrenaline was flowing.
Sure.
But
Sure.
I don't. We're not watching. We're not. My entertainment is not watching people get cut up for surgery.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't even like movies, like horror movies where they cut people and that kind of stuff. That just freaks me out.
my neighbor's bad with that stuff. Like when I cut my thumb with a hedge trimmer,
Mm-hmm.
she went running into her house. I'm like, hello.
Can you help me here?
Thumb is bleeding. I'm like, no, go to my house. Go get Chris. And then like yesterday, she has ground bees, and they're Australian ground bees, and they're like impossible to get rid of. And I've poured everything known to man down that hole. I poured ammonia down there. I poured gas down there. I've poured everything down there. And they won't die.
Did you like the gas?
Huh?
Did you like the gas?
Well, no, because it's right next to her house.
Okay, get you a little bit of kerosene, like lamp oil,
Mm-hmm.
and pour a little bit into it, and then light it.
Well, I can't. It's right next to her house.
Well, it's not going to flame up, honey. And I'm not talking about pouring a gallon down there. I'm just talking about a little bit.
Right now, it's got ammonia and gas down there. So I threw some gas down there last night, and I got 3 bee stings. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You thought she was going to die. I'm like, it's fine. It's just a bee sting. And the one stung me on the hand. And then another one followed me across the yard and stung me on the shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
But bee stings don't bother me. But I mean, they're gone.
I've never heard of ground bees.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Never heard of those.
Call them yellow jackets down here. Yellow
Yeah.
jackets will dig. They will burrow in the ground.
Yep. And
Huh.
these are Australian ground bees, and I guess they're like almost impossible to get rid of.
Wow.
Somebody said to pour. Well, I was reading on Google. It said to pour peppermint oil or any type of mint oil
Uh-huh.
around there because that they don't like that. So I don't know.
Huh.
I'm just gonna stick a hose down the damn hole and just turn it on.
That'll work.
But now she won't let me get near it. She's like, no. I'm like, it's fine. I'm not allergic. I don't swallow. Actually, you can't even see where I got stung anymore. And that was last night. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fine.
Wow.
Well, if you reach over there and rub that Buddha belly you got back there, you might get some luck.
Holy moly. That's crazy.
Bridget, you have a time up there, honey. I don't know what you're going to do when you move down to South Carolina when you got to worry about the possums and everything. Well, you'll just have to learn to make possum stew.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. I don't know what you're going to do when you move down south and you start having to deal with all the other.
We had possums at my old house. I had one living under, because my dad lived with us and he was in a wheelchair, so we had a ramp built, but it was like hollow underneath. I had a pet possum living underneath the ramp. I'd go feed it all the time. I'm fine with that stuff.
Do y'all have hornets up there?
Yeah. And we had those wood bees where they burrow holes in your wood.
Right.
Yeah,
Don't press on the keyboard. You're just going to have to watch out for those rattle-headed copper moccasins when you're down here.
Rattle-headed
Hello.
copper moccasins.
Yeah.
Thanks for you. Somebody's doorbell's ringing.
No, the telephone.
The doorbell. Shut up.
Hey. Don't you tell her to shut up. I'll freaking smack you right in the belly.
Shut up.
You'll hurt the baby though, Bridget.
Tell me to shut up again so Bridget will come see me.
Shut up.
I
Wait.
tell her to shut up.
You're out of paper. You gotta put more paper in it.
Ooh, that reminds me, I gotta get the paper.
Oh, it's stuck.
I got stuck.
Yeah, your paper got stuck. Damn it.
So I go to this little post office.
I gotta put your
It's in
button on
Clarkson. It's just a small little post office.
Right.
And she's my best friend that
Don't
works
do
there.
that.
She's
You're
a
gonna print
postmaster.
two labels.
Well, I have a P.O. box there, but instead of putting mail in my P.O. box, she put a special little container and it's wrapped with Disney paper. And that's on the side of her main desk. When you walk up to the counter, it's on the side of the counter and it says Bridget on there. And my mail goes in there. So when I come in, I could just pull it out. Well, my friend Scott's training there today and he says, "Oh my God, you little prima donna, having one little special box up front."
Now, is it all just your business mail goes there or all your mail?
Pretty much all my mail. Yeah, I changed my address to that because I go there all the time. So it's just
Right.
more convenient for me. But so yeah, so I don't even know where my key is in my mailbox. I never have to go in there.
You might have rented it to somebody else. Well, that's nice that you have that reputation.
Yeah.
I mentioned a friend of mine, whose mother she has a little post office that's about the size of a 14 by 60 mobile home. That's the post office in this little area. And if she's sick, the post office is closed. So they had the postmaster that handles her post office, or the district postmaster. He had to send somebody out there so she could teach them how to, run her office while if she happened to be out. And my friend was telling me that his mother was just laughing. She said, this young guy came in and was like, we don't do that any other place except here. But she's the one that she has. I think they said that she had like 2,500 priority boxes going out a week.
Wow.
Because she's got like two eBay sellers, plus she's got a woman that makes little handcraft stuff and has a website that sells it. Well, I think she sells it on Etsy. And then another guy, he just buys parts, and he has a website, and he buys, closeout parts and whatnot, and he ships out a lot of stuff too. But they were going to close our post office and work it out of the main one that's probably about 20 miles, no, not far, 10 miles away. Mm-hmm. And these people said, no, if we're going to do that, then we're just going to have to switch over to like FedEx or UPS or something like that, so they'll come pick it up.
Yeah.
So they ended up not closing the, and they're sort of like Tara. They don't like people on their property, strangers.
Right.
So they don't, so they haven't closed the office because they were scared they'll lose all that volume that they do. But you got to think that's 10,000 boxes a month.
Yeah.
And
I know just what I take to my little post office makes, she has like 3 of us eBay sellers, and she was showing me her numbers, and just with us 3, we're most of her volume, and she beats out the bigger one that's down the road. So.
And they probably wouldn't close her because they're afraid that you'd do something. You might go, FedEx or UPS might be closer.
Well, I won't go to the one down the road because I don't like those people.
The post office?
Yeah, the big one.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, no, there's a bunch of drama down there, and they're little bitches, so I don't go there.
You have enough with enough drama with the YouTube community. You don't need to go when you're trying to do business. Yeah. Carol says Bridget is keeping that post office in business.
Yeah.
Morning, Rita.
Hey, there's a lot of little post offices that have a couple of customers, 1 or 2 customers, that keeps them open.
Yep. Yeah. Well, they were gonna drop her hours. I mean, it was a big thing. Because she was her own. She doesn't have mail carriers or anything. It's just her.
Right.
And they were gonna drop her hours way down to like only 2 or 3 hours a day. And because of the volume she's open 10 to 5. So that was good. I don't know what I would do. I would just have him pick it up all the time now that I know he'll pick it up.
It's going to be so much better for you, especially during the winter.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to have him do it all the time. Like next week, she's not on vacation, so I'll probably go a couple days or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of my issues is they don't scan it in until like nighttime.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Once eBay comes out with that app where we can scan our own in, I won't have any issues with it. But until that happens.
Is that in the works, or is that a fantasy that you have going?
No, it's in the works.
No, it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that's going to be.
Like when we print our labels, there's going to be an app that we can scan those labels, so it will show that we printed them or something. So we won't get that late to the post office thing. So if the post office doesn't scan it in till later at night, we'll still be good.
Right.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah. My little post office here in town, I try to deliver them to them. I don't usually don't have the guy pick up during the summer, spring and summer and fall.
Mhm.
But once it gets winter time, it makes it a little bit easier for me because
Oh yeah, I'll
you
be
know,
doing
so
it a lot.
I don't have to get out and I mean it's kind of, I guess, kind of shitty, but you know it just it makes it better for me.
He's
You
out
know,
and about anyway, so
I know, but yeah.
Well,
And
I know
you know,
several resellers that their pickup is unreliable. Like
Mm-hmm.
Lonnie, the garage flips guy, he always he always goes to the post office because his pickup has been so unreliable.
yeah,
that's how mine was forever. She wouldn't pick up. She refused to pick up. And now this
Oh,
guy,
Get it?
he retired, so now I have a new guy. And he goes, "Oh yeah, anytime." He told me, he's like, "Anytime you need me to pick up, let me know." So that's good.
yeah. And I mean, I even have I have my mailman's phone number, so
Hmm.
I can message him anytime and say, hey, can you pick up these packages, and he's usually pretty good, and he scans them right as he's picking them up. He's scanning.
Oh, okay.
So, but I also like the fact that if I wait to take them in, I can take them to the bigger city 5 miles up the road, and they can they're open till like 4:30. So if
Oh,
I want to wait or
right.
you know until a little bit later, um, I can do that. So I definitely have some options.
Mark, we had the same we had the same postal carrier for 10, 15 years out here. She retired, and for like the 3 months it took to find somebody else to take over the route, um, our mail might not come till 5 o'clock in the evening.
Hmm.
And so I would take in my little few things to the post office, and I mean, even regular mail, I would take into the post office, and they would say, "What's Yeah, I was thinking that same thing, Carol, but I was just going to let it ride on by." Um,
Mm-hmm.
I said something to the lady at the post office where I could take stuff to, and she's like, "Well, that's not right. They're supposed to be there before the close of business." And I said, "Well, I'm working out of my house," and she said, "It doesn't matter. That in the close of business is there like 5 o'clock."
Yep.
So I said, "Well, they've just got a bunch of filling in people that don't know the route, and I can understand that. But now we have another carrier, and she 12:30 every day, just like the other one. She's delivering mail, except on Tuesdays when everybody gets those damn grocery store flyers and all that kind of stuff. So she is stopping at every mailbox.
Yeah.
Because I've actually spoke to the old carrier, and I'd say, "You busy today?" And she's like, "No, I'm hitting about every 8th mailbox. I've got something to go into it." And then on Tuesdays, when all those grocery stores going on, she's got to hit every one of them. So
Yeah. Yesterday, so I was talking to my sister, and on the way home from getting groceries and stuff, and I was talking to my sister, and there was this. I was just headed into town, and there was this lady. I swear she looked like she might have been 150 years old, and she was pushing this lawnmower. Like, I mean, she was barely pushing it, but she was pushing it. And it wasn't like self-propelled or anything like that. It was like an older model.
right.
And I thought I should have stopped. But I thought, if I stop, then I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to mow this lawn for her. I probably should have done it anyway. But
Well, you know what you could do if you go by there and you remember which house it is and you can get the address on it.
Mhm.
Contact your local Boy Scout group
Oh yeah, that's a
and
good
say,
idea.
hey, look, there's this 150-year-old lady pushing a lawnmower for her grass.
Yeah.
Don't you got some
Yeah.
able-bodied youth that need to work on one of their badges to go over there and cut this woman's
Yeah.
grass?
That's a
I mean,
good
it's just
idea.
a thought.
I didn't think about that, but that's a great idea.
Liz says those lawnmowers are called widowmakers.
Yeah, that's no lie. That is no lie because
I did not know that.
I thought, I was thinking to myself, well, if I do it, then I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had to mow a lawn with a push mower, so
Oh my
I
God.
don't know if I would, but I just felt so sorry for
What
her.
the hell do you mow your lawn with?
A riding lawnmower.
Oh, you little.
Well, I have a rider lawnmower, and that's what I mow with.
Oh, I have a push mower.
Yeah, not.
I have a push mower that's self-propelled, but
Yeah, I can't say that it can't be done because when we moved here, we had an old broken down lawn boy that we mowed the lawn, and it was not self-propelled. And with the yard that we have, it was a chore.
Mhm.
yeah.
I
You know,
do not like self-propelled.
you don't?
No, slows
Why?
me down. Because once I get out there and I get in the groove, I'm just diddy bopping along, and this self-propelled are just too slow.
Oh my
I don't have
gosh,
a self-propelled.
they're the best.
Yeah.
If you didn't have a rider, then you would definitely want a self-propelled.
I found one of the old school push mowers where the friction from the wheels turns the little swirly blades,
Yep.
like I'm talking about. There was no
Yep.
motor.
Yep.
I donated one to the. I painted it and cleaned it up real good, and I took it out to the school that the boys used to go to, and it sits in the foyer.
Mhm.
And of course, they've got we put zip ties on it so it would, nothing turns. And there's a sign that says, thinking about breaking a school rule, this is detention. And there's a sign that says, look out the door at that 2-acre lot that has to be cut with this thing.
My God.
So all the new kids, especially the high schoolers that come in there, their parents are like, we like that.
Yeah, when we first moved into this house, we didn't have a lawnmower or anything. We had a, what do you call it? One of those it was, what's the name of that one movie?
What do you
Sling
call it?
blade.
Sling blade.
You had a sling blade cutting grass.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh,
Yep.
that'll give you a good workout.
Yeah. It was awful.
Yeah.
Just saw Tara's picture on Facebook.
Which one?
The one with Jim.
Sacked out in a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, God love him.
Oh my gosh. But that's a good idea. I'll keep that in mind, Tom. That's a good one. I'll definitely keep that. I felt so bad for her. I mean,
Either that or a church.
Yeah.
I mean, she was lucky to have I mean, she was probably holding herself up with the lawnmower. If she didn't have the lawnmower, she would have definitely needed a walker or something.
Is it in the country or is it like in the city, in the town?
No, it's in the town.
Well, one of them boys might have a dadgum that live close to by, has a riding lawnmower, could just ride it over there and
Yeah.
run over grass real fast for it. But like I said, it's just a thought,
Yeah.
Or a
Carly
group.
sent you an email.
Who?
Carol.
And if nothing else, several of them, you know, they could run over there and knock it out in no time. with
Yeah,
the lawnmower.
yeah. I mean, I felt bad. Yeah, a sickle.
I'm an old feeble man. You can come down, you come over here and list for me because I can't click this keyboard.
Poor thing.
Poor thing.
But I mean, I'm very thankful. It's on its last leg. My rider lawnmower, because we've had it for about 10 years, but I'm so thankful for it because I don't know how the lawn would get mowed if I didn't have it.
Well, you know, by next year you might need to buy you a new one, but you might be in Texas too. So
Oh yeah. I'm kind of hoping it just gets me through this season and maybe the beginning of spring, but I'm really hoping for, the move to be next spring, summer, early summer.
It will, because your Amazon's going to take off.
It's that's what I'm counting on.
Todd, you want to take
Yep.
this to your girlfriend?
Bobby pin.
What is it?
What you got?
Bobby pin.
Oh,
I don't even look like a Bobby. It looks
It's
like
not. It's a bread tie. But the ones that they use on in the cartoon he's talking about, where the witch cackles and then she like zips off and she leaves bobby pins hanging in the air. This is more like those. That's old school cartoon there, Todd.
That's awesome, Shirley. She says, I'm about as old as that lady, but I have an amazing grandson. Yep.
Highway Bus says can't type anymore. Been spending too much time looking at fish in the lake. I got that carpal tunnel.
I need to go. I haven't looked at Mr. Sadie's catfish video.
Oh my gosh, that thing's huge.
Baby, I'm getting ready to get off this thing, and you're going to have to go to someplace else because I got to get some stuff done.
I'm hoping that my Amazon will. I'm really trying to work it.
You are too. You're
Trying
doing
to get some.
Work it, girl. Work it.
I'm trying.
And that's all you have to do is just send stuff in. I mean, like when I first started, I was sending stuff in every single week.
Yeah.
At least something every single week. Now I've slacked a little bit, but yeah.
Oh, Mr. Sadie.
It'll show.
I'm trying to build it up. Mr. Sadie says my rider's down right now, pushing 3 acres a week. Oh my goodness. That makes for a long day.
Well, back when I was a young teenager, we had about 1.5 acres of lawn, and we pushed that sucker every week with a push lawnmower. Soon as we got where we were leaving the house or going to college and stuff like that, my dad went out and bought one of those daggum Sears lawn tractors so he could break up his garden with a 42-inch mower deck on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, we were out there pushing that daggum that push mower in 100-degree temperatures, sweating like pigs.
Yep.
It's character building.
Yep.
All you people that's got almost teenagers, they start bitching about going out and having to cut the grass in the heat and whatnot. Say it's character building.
Yep.
Everything's character building.
Carol, you've got plenty of people to help you with that. You just need to do it.
The biggest thing is just do it the first time.
Yep. And continue on with it, because if you do it the first time, then the second time you know what to do, but if you do it several times, I would say 3 or 4 times in a row, then you get the gist of it, because that's kind of how I was. I did it, and then like I had too much time in between, and then I forgot how to do it by the time I got back into it, and it was like kind of relearning it all over again.
Yeah.
But it's good. Just think, you can get all that inventory out of your hair.
Well, I was watching this one guy talk about Amazon, and he's a big Amazoner. And he says you have to be concerned about how much stuff you're sending in, because you don't want to send in stuff that's not going to sell.
Right.
But he says that people worry about the storage fees too much. He said, because you got to think about, you're supposed to have sent in product that's going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, if you've got it at your house, you're paying for storage, which is just taking up space in your house,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got to ship it out.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, just be cautious with what you're sending in, so you're not sending in stuff that will never sell. But just the storage is just the cost of doing business.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way that I look at it too. Yep.
I'd rather drop dead going somewhere than going nowhere.
There you go.
That's a T-shirt there.
Mm-hmm.
There
Swag.
you go. There's another one.
Swag. There's another T-shirt. Y'all better.
That down.
You better start throwing copyright behind y'all's sayings now. Yeah. There used to be a cartoon strip called Calvin and Hobbes, and I loved that cartoon strip. And Calvin was like 6 or 7. He's a little guy. And his dad would tell him to do stuff, and he wouldn't want to do it. And his dad would always say, "It's good. It's character building." Everything was character building. Good morning, Mike.
Hey there, Mike.
Where's Mikey? Had to go someplace this morning, didn't she?
She at the clinic today?
No, that was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Anyway, I think we got her straightened out about getting in here last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did a little offline one, and
Oh, good. What was wrong? Was it her settings?
just I think she kind of gets carried away. I mean, she kind of, it doesn't work right off the bat, so maybe she doesn't click the right things.
Oh.
But basically, after you turn the camera off and on, and the mic, then the best thing is just to exit out of Zoom and come back into it.
Right.
Because there's not a whole lot of settings in there. But she was on Lord, we stayed on to about midnight, I think it was. My time. Tara's time. Valerie's still on that
Crappy time.
crappy time.
Yeah. Yeah, she's on the wrong time.
Real time, baby. Real time.
And Todd, are you just 1 hour behind too? Or are you 2 hours behind?
I
Oh,
think
Todd
I'm
is like a whole day behind.
12 years behind.
This morning, Todd was a whole dream behind.
No,
Yeah, what was that all about? I'm
know.
curious.
Hell if I know.
Who knows? He probably read something on the chat.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
On a chat.
No, on our chat.
I don't know about on that one.
I had to reset my telephone, so I haven't got anything. I don't have eBay on it. I don't have Amazon on it. I don't have Facebook on it.
Well, what good is it?
I just haven't gotten it all turned back on yet because Sasha reset it for me yesterday.
Uh,
I have to delete my eBay app and reinstall it because I'm not getting any notifications
Oh.
again.
Well, I had so much stuff on it that I took all the photos and video off of it, and then I just told him, I said, reset it.
Mm-hmm.
Does do a clean sweep. So I got to remember my password so I can reinstall everything. But anyway, I felt so lonely last night because my phone wasn't going ding, ding, ding.
Something's wrong here.
You thought
I
nobody loved you,
I
huh?
don't hear the dings.
I knew it. I knew that it wasn't hooked up, so that's why I wasn't hearing it. But I did. It was like, damn. When we went on the cruise, I ended up having to turn my phone off because going down I-26 to Charleston, my phone kept going ding, 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 ding. And Robert's like, what the hell are they talking about? And I'm like, I don't know. Why don't you look and see?
Oh,
Tell her
Lord.
to join and she'll find out.
yeah.
Maybe
Girl.
eventually. Maybe eventually. Right now, she has just got some crap going on at work. She is.
Carol, you should join Facebook so you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, Mr. Sadie.
Keep praying for that,
All right.
Sally. That ain't never gonna happen.
Actually, Mr. Sadie, she now has a shipping elf that pops in during the middle of the night, packs her packages for her.
I do.
No, do you have to go? You have to go pull everything from the warehouse first, though, don't you?
I pull everything from the storage unit. Well, I don't have to do that. Chris does that after work. Chris pulls everything from the storage unit, brings it home. It goes in this big Rubbermaid bin. And then I go to bed at 9 o'clock and the bin is full. And I wake up at 5 a.m. And guess what? The bin is empty and I have 2 IKEA bags full of packages, all labeled, ready to go.
Wow.
However, I pay for that service, so it's not like it's magic.
Have you some tell that elf he needs to have you some breakfast on the table when you come in.
No, because I don't trust him.
Oh, you don't.
He'd have special brownies on the table for me or something.
This is the person who does all this for you that you put pacifiers in his lunchbox and stuff.
Chris doesn't do that. I put pacifiers in Chris's lunchbox.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, it's her son
Right,
that does
he does
the
all this.
shipping.
My son does the shipping.
Oh, your son does the shipping.
Yeah. Shit, Chris?
Oh.
Yeah, right. No.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
No, my son does it because he lives here. No. So he does it for me. He gets paid for it though.
Room and board.
It's called dinner, a bedroom.
Well, that's just what it is, you know.
I might get him to list a little bit for me too. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, he started a new gig, didn't he?
Yeah, but that's work from home.
Oh,
Yeah, he does that from home. And then he still does the karaoke. And they do weddings and stuff. So he does that.
now does he have his own equipment, or does he do it for somebody else?
Him and this one guy have their own equipment. It's
Cool.
two of them together, yeah. Him and his friend Aaron. Yep, it's called Corona and Lime or something like that is their name. I don't know.
Wow.
There's a guy and gal that I know through another person. They bought a couple of these photo booths that you take like weddings and parties and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And the guy was telling us that he's got a 17-year-old kid and a 16-year-old kid. Both of them drive, and he's finally got them trained so they can take them and you know, they can take the two, because the machines fold. I mean, the booths fold up. They're basically cardboard with fabric over them. They can take them, set them up, and then like 4 hours later, they go back and take them back down and whatnot. Write up the invoice for how much, you know, how much it is. And his kids were saying, you know, this is, which he pays them. He pays them a percentage of what they, you know, the machines break in. And he said, these kids are like, you know, this is better than going to McDonald's and working.
I just read that we're getting a Chick-fil-A in Traverse City.
Wow.
Good luck trying to get in there.
I've never been there. Like, I've never been to Chick-fil-A ever.
I went because they opened up one about 15 minutes from us, and the lines to get in there are ridiculous. But one time it was kind of shorter, so we went. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I didn't think it was.
You didn't see it, really?
No, not at all. So,
well, for the biggest thing is, at least around here, is their customer service. The kids that are working there always seem to, you know, have a good positive attitude. They get stuff, they make a mistake, they're real apologetic, and they're on Johnny on the spot about getting it fixed.
which
You
is
know,
fine.
The food is okay. I mean, the chicken is okay. You know, I will not drive out of my way to go to a Chick-fil-A.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
now,
Now we
Okay.
can.
but it's okay. But the lines here, oh my God. We've got one that's not too far away from here. They have double lines, double drive-throughs,
Mhm.
and the line will have, each line will have 20 cars in it.
Yep. Now, so the first time I had Chick-fil-A was in North Carolina, and it was good. It was great in Mooresville. And I fell in love with it. I thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread, you know. I came here to St. Joseph, which is about an hour away, and went to that one, and it wasn't as good. I went to the one in California, in Sacramento, and that one wasn't as good.
Well,
I think it has something to do with the water, truthfully.
And
I don't know.
I think it has to do with the management team, whoever's managing it.
Yeah, I've had nothing but, you know, good service at the one in Mooresville, and
Yeah.
I can't really say that, you know, it's been that great anywhere else. So
It's just, I mean, it's chicken, and I mean, it's good chicken, but it's nothing. Like I said, I'm not going to drive out of my way, and I sure as hell I'm not going to sit in line trying to.
me either.
When I like
So-
that, I actually like Zaxby's chicken better.
So Mike said something. He said, Santa and his elves ain't allowed here no more. I was missing money off my nightstand, and my dog was knocked out.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't allow that in either.
Do you
No way,
read
no
what
how.
Mr. Sadie said right below it? He said, Santa gets all the credit and I get the bills. Mr. Sadie, you don't still have little kids, do you?
I
No,
think he does.
he's got
Doesn't-
grandkids.
Oh, okay. I thought he had somebody in school, but maybe not.
He's got 2 grown boys, and then he's got 5 or 6 grandkids. I may be off on that. Something like that.
I mean, nowadays, you know, you go someplace and you'll see a gray-haired man with a little kid, and they're saying, "Daddy, can I have this, that, and the other?" And there's old dudes with little kids now.
Oh yeah, there are. No doubt about it.
Especially if they got money and they got a trophy wife. You know?
Oh yeah.
That's what Todd's got. Gwen's his trophy wife.
Yep.
See, 6 granddaughters, and she spends a fortune on them. I'm okay with it, but wow.
6 granddaughters,
Yep. 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 Yep.
no grandsons.
Nope.
Well, you need to put those little girls' butts in that daggum bass boat with you and take them fishing.
Yeah, I'll have 3 granddaughters and 2 grandsons. But that's exciting to me. I love them all.
I better not have any, or I'm going to be burying a child, and my wife will be in prison because she will kill somebody.
Oh, come on now.
Oh
Y'all
no,
want to be grandma and grandpa?
they no, it's not that. We just don't want any surprises. We want
Not
to.
now.
Well,
Yeah,
They don't want it now.
we need people to get the hell out of the house and get a lot, get their own jobs and stuff like that.
yeah.
Get
Well,
finished with school and whatnot.
They're really
Yeah.
getting on your last nerve lately, haven't they?
there's no guarantee in that one. Unless you got somebody wrapped up down in the basement or something.
I'm just kidding.
I think Tom's children are on his last nerve this week.
They have their days.
He said,
But
"Nope.
getting away for a few days helped.
I have 2 sons and each had 3 girls. Jesus, take the wheel."
Oh, and that's why your wife's spoiling the crap out because she didn't have any daughters.
Yeah.
Now's her chance.
That's the way my mom was. She only I have 2 brothers and no sisters. And when Diana, my niece, came along, my mom Diana wanted something. My mom got it for her. My mom saw something that she wanted Diana to have. She got it for her.
Yeah. That's what you do.
But she didn't know how to play with little girls because she was used to playing with little boys in trucks and.
Yep.
My little brother he pitched for his baseball team, and my mom caught for it. When he'd get out practicing, she'd get in the backyard and practice with him. She'd catch for him. She also played church league softball.
Oh gosh.
And she really liked it. And there's all these ladies that was her age. And the coach was also their age. And the head coach had a son that was like 16 at the time that was helping him coach him. And the kid would get out there and start screaming at him because, you got to bend over and pick that. You can't let that ball go rolling by you between your legs. You got to bend over and pick him up. And he had many older softball players say, "Look, I'll bend you over my knee and paddle your butt if you yell at me one more time." But she liked doing that. I mean, she liked playing, and she liked catching for Terry.
Yes, Mr. Sadie, I know all about that. If you buy for one, you got to buy for the rest. You got to buy for all of them.
What did you get from Bridget?
Who?
You.
What do you mean?
What did you get from Bridget?
What are you talking about? Are you what's going on here?
She's talking. She wants to know what I sent you.
Oh, what you sent me. What'd you send me?
I want to see.
What's the song? I sent you a letter sealed with a kiss.
Have it hanging up.
Oh, that's really cool. I love it.
It's Elvis.
It's Elvis. Elvie.
Yeah. That's really
Isn't that beautiful?
cool. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You know what? That was what was hanging above your head last night. I was trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah.
'Cause you had your camera kind of fixed so it was shooting up at the top of the wall.
This clock though, it's got a mind of its own. I'll tell you that.
Why? What's wrong?
Because I said it, and it doesn't want to stay.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do.
Well, I'll return it.
Because it's not.
Is it keep going for the hour? It's used to Eastern time.
Yeah, I knew that where that was going.
Now, in the future, Texas Val says if you want to send Valerie any Elvis stuff, you have to send it to her address in Texas. So that will motivate Valerie to get on the road to head to Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good gift, Bridget. Good job.
I love that.
That was cool. That really is cool.
I got my niece one for Christmas up because she loves Little Mermaid. And so I got her a Little Mermaid one made for Christmas.
Do they have like Star Trek ones or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Yep. Yep. You just wait for your birthday.
Send me a link.
A link?
Yeah, is it somebody that does it custom, or do they have a website or what?
Yeah, it's called www.amazon.com.
Do you have an affiliate link?
No.
Bless you.
Oh
Bless you again.
my goodness.
Okay, well, I'm gonna look at them, and if I find one that I like, then I'm gonna text you or message you, and you need to find it, get you an affiliate link.
I don't know how to do that.
You're smart, Bridget. Figure it out.
No, I'm not. I don't know how to do all that.
Nikki, I'll teach you. She has an affiliate link.
She probably has a video on it. Now she's going to scream at me.
Hi, Maggie.
Hey, Maggie.
Oh my goodness.
Who's Ice Cold Water? Hi, Ice Cold Water.
Ice cold.
Oh my gosh. I'm not looking at anything like I'm on something outside. And I thought you were talking to your glass of water.
I haven't done nothing today. I'm straight as an arrow. I think you need to be checked out.
Oh my gosh. You guys are too funny.
Yeah, or not, right? Oh, he's a Todd.
Sally, what you got going on today?
I've been up since 4 o'clock, and so I'm gonna list some, and then I'm gonna go to bed and then go to work.
You don't go to work today.
Yeah, I do.
Oh. Man, those 3 days fly.
Yeah. Sure do.
I didn't think that you went to work today. What you got going on, Tom?
I'm going to, in about 2 minutes, I'm getting ready to get off of here, and I'm going to work on listing. And that's all I want to do. I'm going to turn on some music.
Rock out.
I'm going to put my cat in another room so she'll get off my desk, and I'm going to list.
What I got going on today too. I got to get some listing done.
I have not done much of nothing on listing in a couple of weeks, so I got to get back in the swing of things.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was thinking about taking this shipment in, but I think I'm gonna wait until maybe tomorrow. I gotta get back on track too. So
this weekend we're going to go out and see what we can find so I can do another shipment.
today is gonna be get back on track Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do the same thing.
So anyhow, it's 11 o'clock, and I need to get to doing something because I've got all my people delivered where they have to be delivered. Came back and hanged out. I hung out with
Hanged out.
hung out with some of my favorite peeps, and time to get to work.
Yep, I agree.
So y'all have
All
a
right.
great day.
All right, you do the same, Tom. We'll see y'all later.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Adios. Make it happen.